Hello, good morning or good evening, everyone. We are in Mexico, so good morning. Psychologist at Amarnavida, and I'm going to be the moderator of this panel. We are very pleased to have here with us Betty Dimas to talk about post-pandemic job society and emotional intelligence. From Mexico, good morning, Betty. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Um, Betty is a clinical psychologist from WAP with a master's degree in special education by the University of Bilbao, Spain. She currently works as coordinator of the Department of Emotional Wellbeing, giving attention to students. So, Betty, thank you once again for being here. Um, to begin this panel, I would like to start talking about some important facts about the consequences that the COVID-19 pandemic has left on young people. And according with the last UNICEF reports from January of this year, there have been significant increases in mental health issues among young people. You can see that 27% of young people have experienced anxiety. There was a 50% increase in young people experiencing depression or feeling depressed. 43% of young women don't feel motivated for the future versus 31% of young men. Suicide rates increased by 20%. And one of the most significant data is that 73% of young people have felt the need to ask for help, and 40% have not asked for help even though they want to. So, looking this data, we can see that while young people are not the population most affected by the COVID-19 virus, but they are particularly vulnerable to the disruption caused by the pandemic. And many of them are at risk of being left behind in education, economic opportunities, and health and well-being during a crucial stage of their life development. Betty, what can you tell us about the Mexican young population and the students that you work? How the situation has been triggered by COVID-19? Which are the statistics?
Hello, good morning, good evening. Thank you, amarnavida. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam, for this panel. Thank you. I'm honored to be here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. So just 1 second so I can answer you the question. Okay. Sorry, Miriam, I can't share my screen because you're. Yeah, okay,
Yes,
now I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, sorry, there was one technical problem. ¿Cuáles clases?
Betty, your microphone is in mute. Betty, can you hear me? Your microphone is in mute.
Okay, I think it's now on, no? Okay, sorry for that. Sorry for that problem. Sorry. I was talking already. Okay. So I was saying that although it happens the same thing, no, in Mexico too, that although students are not affected, young people are not affected by COVID, also young people are affected in their mental health, no, because 3 out of 10 Mexicans suffer anxiety and stress, no, caused by COVID-19. 80% of Mexican population have suffered anxiety symptoms, no, any kind of symptoms during this pandemic. And that's in Mexico. And in Puebla, where I am, in the WAP, in Puebla, it's actually more because 4 out of 10 people have suffered anxiety during this pandemic, no? And well, I work in WAP, as you already said, and we work in DAO and in well-being department of Bienestar Emocional, and there we attended last year in 2020 over 1,600 students for anxiety symptoms, no? Because they know that they can't cope with anxiety, no? And the second reason why they went to us for therapy is because they can't cope with stress, no? With stress symptoms. So we can see there that the pandemic is affecting young people, not physically, but it's affecting them mentally, no? In their well-being, it's affecting them a lot, causing them anxiety and depression and stress, no?
Okay, so those are pretty important data about the Mexican young population, definitely. And Betty, in your experience or through your experience, what are the tools that young people can use to be prepared to face these adverse situations like this pandemic? What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I would like to start by saying, before saying what they can do, what they feel, no? Because we all have tools inside ourselves. No? We are resilient. We have tools in our unconscious, no, that we can use. But first, I would like to start by describing why do we have to use them? Because what's a crisis, no? This pandemic has shown us that crises appear during life, no, and it's like it's a short life, it's a short period of life, but it's something that you don't expect to happen, no. So like this pandemic was something that we were not expecting, no. So it was something that just happened, and we had to adapt to this crisis, not to this pandemic. So a crisis is like a really, really short period of time, but it's acute, it's really strong, no? And it affects your well-being, no? It's overwhelming, no? You don't know what to do, or you don't know how to cope with this crisis in your life, no? It's also like, as I said, it's a short event of life, no? A short event of time. Hopefully, this pandemic will last a short time still, no? Because it has lasted for a long time already, but hopefully it will soon stop, no? So when people or humans were experimenting this kind of crisis, we don't know what to do, no, what to feel, what to do with our lives. It's like suddenly our life changes completely, no, and we have to decide and to cope with it, no. So this makes us like it's like a evolution inside, no, inside our minds, no. We don't know what to do, what to feel, and we have to make a solution. We have to make decisions and act as a solution, because we can't stay in this state of crisis forever, no. So what do we have to do? We have to ask, no, to ask ourselves, okay, what can I do in this crisis, no? What do I have what tools do I have inside me that can help me cope with this crisis? So it's basically like discovering yourself, no, like taking an inside trip, no, to your mind, to yourself, discovering like, okay, I can stay like paralyzed, or I can look forward, no, and move forward. So You have to ask, is this like action in myself surprise me? As I say, like, because sometimes people, when it's like when someone dies, or like when it's a fire, no, or it's an emotional event, eruption, something like that. Well, it's something really strong. Oh, my phone is ringing. But
Don't worry.
sorry, this thing happened in home office. Sorry, no. Okay. So anyway, yes. So you have to like make a discovery yourself. You have to make a trip and say, well, what would I do? No, maybe I will get paralyzed, or maybe I move forward. No, you know that they say that doctors and firefighters are the best people that can cope with crisis. No, but in fact, all of us have to cope with it, because we never know when a crisis will occur. No? So I have to also ask to myself, no, how much do I really know myself? No, can I trust myself to make a right decision or not? No, it's like, do I make a panic attack, or do I act? No, I have like between these two things. No, two. Okay, you don't know. I have to make the decisions. No, okay, so and then this is, mi amor, estoy ocupadito. So then there is this kind of thing that, of course, we're all resilient, no? Resilience is inside ourselves always, no? And resilience, okay, what is resilience? Resilience, it's like how I cope with adversity, no? How I cope with adversity. Abajo. How, no? So I'm in this challenging situation. What do? I have my beliefs, no? What do I believe in myself, in God, in someone else? I have to make a decision. So these beliefs inside me will make me react to the future, no? Okay, abajo. Okay, so this has consequences, okay? What do I do to make as result of this? Okay, so I have to make a decision, and then what I decide this time will have consequence. So that means that what do I decide to do right now? If I get in a panic attack, or if I decide to act, it will have consequences. Ve con Elias. Okay, we have a consequence. Sorry,
Yes.
just that you think
Don't worry.
in my house. Sorry. So taking something back, like young people have all these tools inside. No, they're resilient, but first they're like, so most of the times, as all of us, adults and young people, in one kind of like now, no, in one crisis, we don't know how to react, no, but we have to like be patient and make the right decisions, and prepare for the future, no, or prepare for the next moment, no, of the event. Okay. So this is the tools that young people really have, no. So that's like in general, no. In general, now I want to talk about like what we do, no? What I do, no, what I work. I work at the WAP, no? And the WAP is the third largest university, no? From first largest and second most important university, public university in Mexico, no? So it's huge. It's a huge university. It has over 1 million students. So each year it takes in around 33,000 more students, no? So it's huge. It's really huge. It's a really large population of students, and they all have different needs, no? They have different needs. They all come from different backgrounds, no? Different families, and we really have to get to know them first, no? So we can
here, how many psychologists works with this population?
Okay, I will take the. Okay, I will tell you. So in that's like university, but then what I work in now, we have to provide this help for them, no? And we only have 13 psychologists, no, that we take care of all the students, no. Of course, it's kind of complicated because it's a huge population, no. It's like nothing, no, but we do our best to try to make them cope with their feelings and make them better in life, no. But apart from that, I just want to say that DAO also provides students help in different areas, no, not only emotional, also physical and academic, no, and also in equality and inclusion, no, like so like the student feels is in all the areas of their life is covered, no? If it feels better, it feels okay, and it feels that it can when it finishes when it finishes university, it's okay, it's prepared to have to work outside, no?
Yes.
Like, sorry. And now I will go to and see and say that what we do. So here is so
And
what
so, Betty, just a minute. So,
yes
resilience, self-management,
yes
crisis response are the three skills that the young people have, but with these three skills or tools, young people can confront this pandemic or in terms of emotional intelligence, right?
yes right, because actually we all have them, Miriam. We all have like we all have resilience inside, no? We all have like self-management, no? Auto control. There is those tools are inside ourselves, no? In our conscious, in our unconscious, no? But like they're like kind of like there over there, no? And sometimes we don't know we have them, no? Until we're confronted in a crisis, no? Like this pandemic. And then we know, oh yes, I'm resilient, no? Oh yes, I have auto control, no? It's
Yeah.
there, but I didn't know it was there, no? So these tools they were there. But for young people are kind of easier to use them because they are they are not kind of I won't say damaged, but they are more
There are
fresh.
young people, there are
Yes, the young
new.
people, they are there, no? Yes.
Okay. And talking about what is the role or yeah about organization, schools in your case, no, or communities need to do when there is a lack of free mental health young support? Because I imagine that the service that you give to the students it's free, but what can institutions do?
Okay. Well, first of all, like our institution, like WAP, we have to provide young people or students this emotional help, no, this critical help. It has to be professional because no, because it has to be a help that is actually professional help, no. It has to be well done and well given, no. And this is to guide them. And well, apart from us, there are more and more institutions, no, that can bring this help. Oh, like also we have also a call center, no, or line, a telephone line where students can phone, no, and they get help. And also there are many like this. For example, here I have other here I have some numbers, no, or some places that they can also bring help. Like the first one, actually for the thanks to pandemic and COVID, Mexican government made a organization, or they made up a line, no, a phone line for these kind of problems. So you can phone this number, and then a person, a psychologist, or someone that works in mental health will guide you, no, will calm you and will tell you what to do, no, for your symptoms, so for what you are feeling, no, if it's anxiety for if you feel if you think you have COVID, or if you think you can't cope with it anymore, or whatever you need, no, the help is there. So there are several here you can see in the slide. There are several phone numbers, no, of places. Some are organizations, no, they're not all from government. They're also from universities, the UNAM, the WAP, or the government, or other ones, no? There are groups or organizations that also bring this kind of help, no? And well, because the idea is that we have to be there for society, not for young people, or for anyone, but especially now for young people, no? So this idea of making a call center is a easiest way and a fast way, because I just pick up my phone, or I can dial the phone number, and I know that someone will be there, no, will answer me and will guide me, no, will calm me, no. If I'm really anxious, it will help me to get calm, no, to get better. And then this person has the knowledge to guide me, no, through this process. And it's a really easy way. Some places also actually also have attention by WhatsApp or online, no. even in Facebook or Instagram, no, or like by online, no, because sometimes people don't want to or can't speak, no, because they're with their parents, with their families, no. Like we see this, we see a lot this kind of problem, you know, in our students, that they have a lack of privacy, no, because now they're at home and they're together or together, and they don't want to speak about their problems. So if for them it may be easier to when they go out of the house or when they're in the roof, they can phone, no, they can phone the phone line and get this kind of help. So the thing is that you have to know if you're experiencing this kind of stress or anxiety, no, or pandemic, you have to know that you are not alone. No, you are not alone. There are lots of places like us or like these places in here that can help you. No, they will help you. They will guide you through the process of living with this anxiety of that is caused by pandemic. No?
Yeah, and here I think one of the advantage of this pandemic is that the all the countries or more countries have emergency numbers, like you said, and most of them have opened toll-free lines to
Mm-hmm.
provide free psychology support.
Mm-hmm.
And well, yes, I think it's one of the advantage of this pandemic, no, about that,
Yes,
because
of course.
maybe before the pandemic doesn't exist. Free lines, no, to give support to young people, adults, or everybody, no.
Exactly. Actually, that is free now. It's a free service, no? As you said,
Yeah.
yes.
So, Betty, we have talked about the situation of young people with statistics. What are the skills that they need to be empowered? The role that the institutions like the university play. And now you're talking before about the young people sometimes don't like to speak with parents, don't have
Mm-hmm.
privacy in their homes. So, which kind of suggestions could you give to teachers, parents to pay attention to their young people, relate to emotional intelligence?
Okay. First of all, I think is um like a goal rule, no, something that in my experience, what I see with students, with young people, I see that the most important thing for them, like when in crisis, although they don't want to talk to their family because maybe they're not feeling they don't trust them, no,
Mm.
or they don't feel in privacy to do it. But social bonding is really important, no? Because to know that someone can help me, no, even though it's my friend, my neighbor, my teacher, no, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, no, my partner, my cousin, my family, is that I know that someone can listen to me, no, and someone can help me going through this process is what I need. So my experience, like just letting them know that whatever who you do, whoever you are, no, you can be there for someone that needs help. That's really the most important thing, no? Because it's a key element, no? Social bonding is the most important thing. So 1 second, please. Okay. So that's the most important thing, no? To be for this thing. Okay. Then I then maybe first before talking about what who can help them, what we can do, no? Because like who's having the crisis can do. No? I will talk about first about that. Okay. So first, if I'm a young people, no, a young person, and I'm experiencing this kind of trouble, no, this kind of trouble, I have to answer myself, no, lots of questions, no, that will help me to get to know me much better. Okay, so how much do I know, no, and accept myself, no, like in good and bad things, no, I have to like make out this balance, no, between like my knowledge of myself, no. I have to be sure of myself, of who I am, no, like the character. I have to have like a well built up character, no, which also means like self confidence, no.
And here, Betty, I think I thinking about that. You talking before about two institutions or networks could be used for to ask for help. And when you're talking about at this point, no, accept yourself, good and bad points. It's a contrast, no? Or what do you think? Because young people is right now at home and
Yes,
they have a lot of time for to spend in networks, but they see or they watch in the media a lot of stimulus, no, about what is the best way to live, what is the best way to to be, no, how young people, no, lives with these two parts, no, because I know that I need to accept myself with, like you said, good at bad points, but the internet, the stimulus said that no, it's not that way, no, it's not the best option. So it's a real problem, I think, in the mind of the adolescents and young people, no?
yes, exactly. Because like now, media, no, social media is so strong now, no, it's very strong, and it can change your mind, no, like it can make you think, it can make you believe, no, other things. So of course you like young people are also all the time being there around, no, information that is not correct. First of all, no, sometimes like it's not really correct. No? It's not accurate, and sometimes, of course, as I said, it's like it can also be like even violence, no, or not what I really want to do, no, with my life, no. So this is like for this point, it's important that you people get to know each, like they get to know, they really get to know, no, each one, no,
Yeah.
they really know each other, no, they know what they like what they can cope with, what are their feelings, no, what are going through, so that when they see all this media, like they don't get confused, no. If I'm really sure of who I am, no, of what I feel, and what I my goals in life, although I have like this social media or this information, I won't like make a other decision, no? But of course, also like adolescence is the period of time when I'm really confused in myself, no?
Yeah.
But through 18 towards 18 to 25, yeah, I'm getting to know myself better, no?
Yes.
So, but like to affront this kind of crisis or pandemic, getting to know myself can be a really good tool, no? Because if I know who I am and what I like, I will know how to cope with it, no? And so this is what I mean, that if I know really, I have like these values, no, strong values of family, no, and my own values, that these values build over infancy, no, because I'm an infant, I'm a child, no, so childhood they build up. So when I'm a teenager or I'm more sure of who I am, no, I'm sure of who I am and what to do myself. And I also, if I have like these values and these beliefs, no, these powerful ideas of what I want to do with my life, I won't get involved in the social media, no. Also, sometimes what inspires, no, or what like triggers this resilience in young people, of course, like in everyone, is like to have a economic need, no, because if I face my day-to-day life, no, and now before I had no a job, I had an income, and now I have to face my life too. I don't have any more income because maybe my parents lost their job because of pandemic, no, or maybe I lost my own job, no. So I have this economic need, no? This also is a trigger, no. This can help me, or of course motivates me to do something, no, with
Yeah.
me to do something. Also, but also again, no, again, it's like to feel accompanied, to feel that someone is there with me, no, is also like really, really important, no? Maybe it's not with me physically because of the pandemic, no? But it's there, is online, no? My friend, my family, no? I know they are there, no? And when I feel sad, when I feel down, I can go and talk to them, no? See? And also, sometimes what we also observe and we see with our students is that they fear to express their feelings, no? They don't like to talk about what they feel. And but there's no, you shouldn't fear what you're feeling because the feelings are still there, no? And if you fear that and you deny them, there's no point in that, no?
Yeah.
So, vete para allá, por favor. Mi amor, I'm busy. Okay. Also, this like routine, no? This routine and day to day also makes you cope with life, no? So, like, this is kind of what we have observed, no? With our work with the students, and so and the special bonding and the social bonding is really, really important, no? Yes. Sorry. Silencio, por favor. Baja, por favor. No sé, baja, por favor. Okay, I will. But so here, and then we come to here, no? They come to questions. Really sorry about that. 1 second, please. my kids are here and they're making a lot of. They're really excited, no? Yes. Okay? Sorry.
Don't worry.
We have to do all kind of these things, no? Like being a mom. Isabella, silencio, por favor. Okay. But as you said, as family or friends, what they can do, no? But first, I want to ask you: is it more clear what I meant before and having tools? Okay. So I will go on, no? So like now, I will talk about like what family, no, or friends can do, no, to help, no. First of all. Something like we always think we are ready to help someone, no? Like we say, oh yes, if someone needs me, I'm always be there, no? And especially in our culture, like here in Mexico, in our Latin culture, it's really common to be a companion and to be there for people, no? But it's really common to say, yes, I'm here if you need me, no? Whatever time or whatever time, you know, I'm really here I'm really here for you if in case you need me, no?
Yeah.
This kind of is like this phrase is really common, no? But sometimes, like, are you really, really up to it? No, you have to ask yourself, are you really up to it? No, are you really, like, no, are you not? Are you really sure? No, you'll be there for a person that needs you at any time, no, any place. Because it's easy to say it, but in the fact, maybe it's not so easy, no.
Yeah.
So first, you have to ask yourself, if you're going to help someone, you don't have to judge them because you can't judge them, no? You are there to help them or to listen to them, but never to judge because they don't need any judgments, no? At that moment, no? You can't comment anything about what they're experiencing, no? Because sometimes we think that no, but it's what you're feeling, it's nothing, no? It's really nothing, but to them it means a lot. Also, we have to remember that young people try to exaggerate everything, no? Like they feel everything more intensive. No? So sometimes to us it's like nothing, but to them it means a lot what they're feeling or experiencing. So we can't judge them. Okay? Then we have to what we can do is just be there for them, listen to them, no? Listen to them, no? Like give them breath techniques, no? How to breathe in, breathe out, no? So they can help them. No? This can be, even though we're not there with them in physically, we can also do it like in online, no, by Skype or Zoom, or no. We can maybe do a mindfulness routine, no, together, no, meditation routine, meditation or breathe in, breathe out exercises, no, together, no. First of all, we have to let them talk, no, and then maybe we can do with them. We can be there and do these routines with them, no.
Yeah.
This is a really useful resource, no, to do with them. To do everything exercise is really, really, really useful. Again, it can be mindfulness meditation, whatever you think you like better, no? And because in that moment you cannot see anything, also what really useful is to refocus, no, to refocus and connect with your senses, with what you are feeling, because you know that sometimes we're just like involved in this day by day or on what I'm feeling, and we forget to feel, no, like to experience really our emotions. So like to take a pause, no, and say, okay, what I'm feeling, no, what I'm feeling in my body, no, how do my legs feel, how do my feet feel, no, how do my head, my shoulders, no, what is the smell of of my clothes or in the room I am, no, what do I listen to, no, it's like to experience all my senses, no, like like that is to recover to get back to your center, no.
Yeah.
And also that will make you focus in what you are feeling and forget about the exterior, no, or the crisis or what your feelings, no, what you're experiencing now. Uh, so as a friend or a family, just keep in touch, no, be there for the person that needs you. Be there, no, keep in touch, be close to them, no. Be willing to help them, but to listen, but not to push them. No, like you don't have to push them to talk to you, to speak to you. Just like give them their time, their moment. When they're ready, they will tell you what's happening to them, what's the matter. And sometimes they just want to be there with you. You can just be there with them without even talking, no, speaking to them.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
And also like in the when it's okay, you can like also help them to reset their path, no, like their own way, no, where they want to go, no, it's important to have set goals, no, or plans, because that will help you to get out of this moment of pandemic. A ver, yes, estoy ocupado, joven, ¿verdad? Okay. So I also you have to make sure that the persons are okay physically, so that they sleep and eat correctly, no? And you have to just let them like express what they're feeling at their own times, like express the feelings of the worries at their own time. As I said before, you don't have to push them, because sometimes people tend to push them or to talk about their feelings, but it's not. You have to be like you have to let them experience their emotions, no? Also,
And that's it, emotional intelligence, no? We talk
exactly.
about that.
This is these tools. It's like just because we are when we want to talk about our feeling is when it's at our own time, at our own pace, no. We don't have to, and that's being intelligent, because when I feel I'm ready, to cope with it, is when I express my feelings, no. So that's being intelligent, no, in my emotions, no.
Yes.
And also like doing in my own way, no. Maybe I can talk with someone, no. I can write, I can express my feelings by many ways. But just knowing that someone is there with me to come to be there with me that's enough for me, no? As a young people. Okay. Also, we can advise, we can recommend, no, for them to exercise regularly, to make sure they make some exercise, no? And some of course things that they enjoy doing, so for them it's easier, no, and they enjoy it better, no. So maybe some sports, no, sports, the gym, what gym maybe they can go now, but they can do at home, no, some routine, or maybe they can go to the gym, or they can go, no, outside to ride a bike, no, many sports they can do, no, whatever what they like to do, no.
And
So,
here, I think young people have an important challenge, because they are not adults, but adults give them different message. When they tell them to behave like an adult, and
yes,
when they want to make decisions, we tell them you're not an adult.
yes,
No, so it's
exactly,
really confused for them how I need to behave. I'm an adult. I'm an adolescent. Young people. What I need to do? Why? Which is the way that I need to behave with this uh, challenge? No, it's really
yes. Like, well,
interesting.
it's important, like not to give two messages, no, like you say, like no, like if I want like to give the right message, no, the correct message. So if
Yeah.
I'm going to let you like behave like an adult, I have to respect your decisions, no.
Yes.
But of course, that's really hard as a parent to do that, no? Because we're like always feeling that they will be okay, no. Those are things we want them, but we have to like be congruent with us, no. If I'm going to let them with everything, no.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
So.
Estoy ocupada. Okay.
eh,
Yes. So, okay. So, and I will keep going. So, and now, the most important question they ask us, no, ask us as an institution is, if I'm a teacher, no, a tutor of the student, what can I do, no, like how can I help? Because like I only see them online class, no, I don't see them now personally. I'm not in their homes. I'm not their parent, no. I cannot like tell them off like a parent, no, because I'm the teacher. And so what could I do? Now, what's my role? How do I play my role? That's also that what they ask us a lot, no. So like as a teacher, I would advise or recommend you just to be aware of any signs, no, anything different in their behavior, no, anything different, anything like if they behave different, no, in their routine, no, maybe it used to be online and with the camera on, no, and maybe the student now decides to put the camera off, no. So that like maybe can be a sign, no? And we'll first have to ask if it's not a Wi-Fi problem, no? Maybe it's a connection, and if it's not of the computer, maybe it's because that person doesn't want us to see them, no? To see them online. It can be that, or something is happening, no? Also have to be like really alert in what they tell us, no? In their dialogue, no? In how they talk to us, how they communicate us, or to their friends, no? Also in our body language, because although it's in camera, we can always see, no? Their face expression, no? Our body language is really evident, is there. So how to be alert on like these little signs, no? See? Or maybe they experience this kind of sadness, no? Sadness or crying episodes, no? Or maybe something that like is a very important sign. If it's suddenly they're talking about death, no? What would be life if I weren't here, no? No, what could I be? What could life could be if I wasn't here, no? If I weren't here, or if I died, or maybe I will die soon, no? Or talking about like not being here, no? Or death. That's also a like really, really, really important sign, no? That something's happening with like they're not coping enough with their emotions, no? They're not coping. That's something. Also, like you can stay in touch, no, with him or with her, no, or maybe with his family, not so close, but like, not so close, no, like to make a network, not a community, no. To be in touch, not to be close, no, and also as I said before, not to judge, no, just like to monitor there, and if I see anything different, no, maybe I can talk to him or her first to talk to them, no, ask them if they want to talk to us, no, if I can help them, no, with a lot of respect, no, and of course to prepare. If they say yes, I want your help, to be there for them, no, because sometimes they say yes, I will help, but that's not true. So if they accept our help, really be there for them, no. So because sometimes teachers are the persons that they really trust, no? Because they don't trust their family members, no, but they can trust the teacher or a tutor. So it's very important for them if they're willing to help them, to be really there for them, no, and just to be like cautious, be there, no, to monitor them, and if they see anything different, just to be aware, no, of anything that will happen. That's what I can suggest. I can suggest like a general idea, no, for tutors or teachers.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, Betty, thank you so much. I don't know what happened with Miriam, but I'm here in the back office, so to help you.
Okay.
So
thank you, Vivian.
Yeah, I'm here too. So it's very interesting what you are showing to us. Yes. I would like to ask you in a way, what could young people, if they see themselves doing something wrong with their peers or friends, what kind of what can they do to help themselves? So what's your opinion regarding that?
Mm-hmm. Of course, like so sometimes like they see also that they see their peers, no, you said, no, like the friends that are not right, they're not acting correctly, no, that they're not normal, no, they're not behaving like they usually do, no. That's really common, and it's just the same as a teacher, but just from peer to peer, no, to be there for them, just to let them know that if something is happening, that they can talk to them, because you know that the best thing, or the most useful thing when I'm at risk, no, maybe at risk, it just is to speak about what I want to talk about, what I'm feeling, no, what I'm experiencing. So if I talk to my peer or to my friend, of course that maybe I can feel that as being my peer, my friend, he or she can understand me much better, no, than my parents, than my teacher, than my teacher. So just to know that my peer is there, that is really helpful. And you as a friend, you can just be close to your friend, to your peer, no, to your peer. Just be close to them, no, and tell them or ask them if they need any kind of help, no. Maybe, as I said before, I can see some changes in their behavior, no. They're crying. They make some, maybe, well, they are not, like, they don't act as usual, no. They make some. They can many signs, no. Too. Maybe they wrote about something, no, a note, or they're making some cuttings. They talk anything that is different, no. But what I can do is, of course, listen to my friend, to my peer, and if I think that this is this is kind of important, no, it can be dangerous, and its life, it can be in danger. Of course, ask for help, no, for professional help, no. Then I can go and ask, no, and talk to their parents, to their friends, to their teachers, no, and let them know that my friend maybe is at risk, no, that something's happening to him or to her, no, that maybe he won't talk to them, but I know that he's not okay, no, that something's happening to them. And but in the meantime, I can just listen to him, not to her, just be there, no, try to calm him, to comfort him. That's enough, no? And of course, if not, go and ask for help.
Yes, I would like also, and of course, people that are assisting, and they are mainly students, so it would be very nice if you can share with us in the comments. Of course, we don't want to explore your own life, but if you can share, or if you have any questions regarding to this such an important topic, because there's no conscious leaders in young people if they are not emotionally intelligent enough. So I think it's a very great topic that we are approaching right now, because emotional intelligence and know how to develop it from a young age, which is the thing that we don't learn on schools. It's a very good thing that and we should appreciate it even when we are in such a young ages. So I also would like to ask you if, regardless the professionals and teachers and the role of psychologists and teachers and parents, but the role of the young people on themselves is, for today, one of the students that are listening to us right now is struggling with some issue, and it's not so much open to go right away to a psychologist and talk with a teacher or its parent. But what would you say as an advice to him that he could start to do, for example, today or tomorrow, that will help you gradually to be more resilient and feel more to better increase his emotional intelligence during these times, particularly? So what kind of advice can you give to students regarding it?
Yes, thank you again. First of all, that they have to like to be confident and to know that they are not alone, no? That there's help for them, no? There's people who can help them, no? Who can listen to them, who will guide them, no? To the better solution of the problems of their own issues, no? And that what they're feeling has a solution, no? This is really important, that they have to believe this. They have to really know that even though I don't know anyone in my context or in my community, I can ask for help, no? First of all, of course, I can see, I can talk to my first circle, no? To my parents, my friends, no? But if I'm not willing to do that because I don't feel confident to tell them what I'm feeling, no? I have to know that there are lots of options, no, like online options that of organizations. No, I can just like Google, no, Google online help, no, and like on the World Health Organization, no, UNICEF. They have lots of numbers, no, like online help or the phone numbers, no, where I can phone and I can get some help, some advice, no, or I can chat with them, no. So, but the first word that they don't remain at home, no, or remain with what they're feeling inside, no, that they make the first step. And if I know that I have some issues, that's the first step, to recognize and accept that I'm not okay, no, that I'm feeling something, I have some issues, and then I have to go and ask for help. To who? To your, no, to your friends, tutors, teachers, family, no, cousins, whoever is there for them, for me, for them. And if it's that not enough, because I'm not willing to talk to them, then I can Google for so many options. No, I really get some options. No, like we have here in Mexico, in Puebla, lots of online, no, from online numbers for help. No, and I have to be certain that there's someone there who can help me, no, who can help me, who can listen to me. But I really encourage these people, no, these young people that are now watching us or are following us, that really you are not alone. No, you have to. The first step is already done. You accept that something is happening with you. No, you accept that you have an issue. So please do something. No, talk to someone. You know.
Okay, so I have a question here for you, and it will be the last one, since we have only 9 minutes, and we also would like you to share your contacts. But of course, if someone else has another question, please let us know. So it is the question here: do you think the pandemic will leave young people with better or worse emotional intelligence? I ask you, young people even know what is emotional intelligence is about. So I think that's another thing. But if you can answer this question, would be very nice, please.
Yes. Well, I can tell you that in in experience here with young people, although of course there are young people that are like going through adolescence and they don't know what's emotional intelligence, but like each day or every time they're kind of getting to know that they need more tools to cope with the life, no, or to confront life. So I think that they are now kind of recognizing, no, this generation, recognizing that what they're feeling is something, and they have to talk to someone, no, and that their feeling is normal, and they have to express their emotions. I think that although like the term emotional intelligence is not like that well known, I can like more and more. I see, no, in social media, no, in the media, that I have to express what I feel, no, that's what they're telling us now, not like to express what we're feeling, no, like how to be okay with our feelings and with everything okay, no. So I think that more and more now, young people are kind of trying to get to know more themselves, no, not with it's challenging. It's a quite a big challenge. But I will say that yes, this pandemic will leave like different generations. Because I think that these people that are now like living this pandemic, when this finishes and ends, they will be different. They will know how to express, or at least to say, I don't like this, I do like this, no, or I feel this, no, I'm feeling this. Maybe not so. Not so much, but at least they will recognize between good and bad, no, if they like or not what they're feeling or experiencing, and to do something with what they're doing. Like the first step, no, the first step. I think this pandemic is making us make this first step, because we're not okay with what we're feeling at home, and no, so we have to do something. We have to tell someone that I'm not okay. I think that's the first step.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. If I mention my own opinion regarding that, I think that as humanity, we always evolve in a situation of pain. So I think that every generation, so there was war, the Second World War, the First World War, it was a big test for resilience, even for a lot of young people in the young generations, because they are the ones that survive. They physically were alive, but they passed through a lot of pain. So, and make more. So they are the 80s now. So the 80 people, which are still very strong people and resist a long time. So I definitely think that this pandemic, in my opinion, I agree with you, that will enable this generation to go through a period of something that they have to overcome as a collective. It's not only person, it's not an issue that impacts only one person, it's all humanity. So I think as a collective, we have the obligation to better themselves after all this. So yes, Betty, please, you can leave your contacts, tell a little bit of how people can connect with you if they wanted to know more about your work. And
yes, of course.
Okay, I'll let you say.
Okay. First of all, before this, I would like to thank you for all of us for following us. Just to tell you that you have to keep in mind, no, that remember that like being challenged in life is like inevitable, no? You cannot, but being defeated is optional, no? And that this pandemic, it's in our hands to decide, no, if we cope with it or not, no? And of course, to know that you're not alone. Of course, what you're feeling, someone can help you. Someone is always there for you. Okay. And here are my contact numbers or my email. This is where I work in Puebla, in Mexico, and this is my email. And of course, you can write to me, no? If you need any help or you want any more to know more about what we do, just send me an email. Okay. Thank you very much, Lilian.
Thank you so much, Betty. And I have to say, you put your talk on walk, because it was not easy to be with kids around you during this presentation. So you really show us how in a live way to be a little bit more resilient and have some strength to continue our presentation. So applause to you, because I guess it would not be easy for you to be in that stressful situation for you too. And I think the ones that are listening to us and seeing us really appreciate your resilience and your way to deal with it. So thank you so much once again, Betty. It's a pleasure to have you here. Miriam, she had some technical issues, but we could proceed on continuing it. And thank you so much, Miriam, to be here. And we'll see in the next section. That's another in 3 minutes. So stay tuned. Okay. Thank you so much. See you then.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.